Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Okay, so we're starting with this 613 color hair. I have 3 bundles and a frontal. I only use 2 of the bundles though. And I'm starting with this Mocha Adore semi-permanent color, and I'm mixing it in a bowl I'm mixing it in a bowl of hot boiling water. I put it on like 2 minutes or so, I think. And I'm just mixing this in, and I ran out of mocha, so I added a little bit of darkest brown, just a little bit, so I could tint the lace more, just because I knew the lace wouldn't get as dark as my skin tone with just the mocha that I added. And so after I mixed that in there, I'm just placing the lace in there, and that not only that not only tinted the lace, but that made my roots darker, which made it easier for the look that I was trying to achieve. And I just let this sit in there for about 15-20 minutes, and as you can see, all the rinse is gone, and I'm just taking it and I'm squeezing it out and with the water out, and that is what you are left with. Those 2 black marks are just from me not mixing it in and out of the way, but nothing to worry about. And yeah, that's how I got the frontal done. And moving on, these are the colors I use. Although I did not get the desired look that I was going for, there's easier ways to get the look that I achieved, but these are the colors I use: Garnet, Magenta, Radiant Raspberry, and Burgundy Brown. I am starting off with, I believe this was the Magenta, and the Magenta ended up taking over the whole wig. So yeah, that's just how that went. I'm using the same bowl to mix this as the Radiant Raspberry, just because they were closer. They're close. They're close. When I do the ombre, you'll see how they're close. They lay next to each other. And I'm just adding this conditioner in. Since it's 613 here, you don't really have to use developer. It's gonna take just because it is so light. So conditioner is all you need. So I'm just did about half and half measurements, not half and half, but a 1-to-1 ratio of the color and the conditioner, and I mixed it in. And I repeated this for all of the dyes. This is the Garnet color, and this will go above those 2 colors that I just showed you. I'm just mixing the color in with the conditioner, and last but not least, the brown burgundy, which will be at the very top of the hair ombre. Now, like I said, there are easier ways to achieve this color. It didn't come out exactly how I wanted, and I had to make some changes at the end of the video, which you will see. But I mean, this is how I got the wig that I got. So I have these 4 colors, and I have already covered my table in saran wrap, and I'm just taking the tracks and I'm spreading them out, and I'm gonna comb it out as well so the color can spread evenly. For this wig that I made, I only ended up using 2 of the bundles. I used I believe the 18 and the 20 inch, just because the 22 inch I just really wasn't liking the color. So I just used the 2 bundles, and since they were shorter lengths, that's all that fit anyway. So I'm just starting off with the first color. I believe this is the Magenta, and I am making that my first layer on the ombre. And after I do 1 line horizontal across, I'm gonna go back and streak it up, as you can see, and this just makes it blend better with the next color, so it's not just that harsh line of demarcation that I do not like. I do not think that is a good look, so you want to make sure everything is blended. Going in with the next color, I believe this is the Radiant Raspberry, and I'm painting over the magenta a little bit, especially the streaks. And you want to do that just so the color blends in there as well as make sure you spike up with the Radiant Raspberry color to blend in with the next color, which will be the Garnet. And at this point, I'm just combing it out just a little bit to mix those 2 colors in before I go in with my final 2 colors. And after I do that, I'm gonna continue with my next color, the garnet color. Now, when I was making this, I really wasn't fully thinking about how light the hair was, and as opposed to how light it turned out. I don't know why I thought I was still bleaching, not bleaching, but coloring darker hair than I was. I should not have used colors this bright to get the look that I was going for, but it's whatever. I liked how the wig turned out anyway. It was kind of a waste of money because I could have did this in a cheaper way, but I still wanted to put the video up and show you guys what I did to get the color that I got, just because I got a lot of questions about the wig in general from Snapchat. If you guys aren't following me on Snapchat, make sure you do that. Use your name there. So yeah, this is the last color, and I'm just finishing up and combing everything through so everything blends better and all the colors blend together. And I'm just going through and painting any spots that I missed. It's important to do that so you don't have random blonde pieces in your color, unless that's what you want, but I didn't. So yeah, I'm just folding the remainder of the bundle right directly across and laying it on top of the part of the bundle I already colored, and I'm combing that out, and I'm gonna color it just the same as I did the first half of the bundle. And I'm folding it up and going through and combing through again to make sure everything is blended and all the color is evenly coating the hair. Now I repeated that same thing on all three of my bundles, and I did the same color gradient on the frontal, which I'm not going to show too much, is because I just did the same exact thing that was done to the bundles, except you see the frontal already has, you know, the darker roots. So I went up, but not all the way, to cover the dark parts. And I'm grinding just to get to where you at. I need your inspiration just to see if I'm direct, cause it's 1,000 ways that I can do. Okay, now this is when I got done applying the color, 8:37, and that's how everything was looking. And then before I was about to rinse the color out, let it sit in for about 2 hours. This is how everything started to look. Now at this point I was pretty confident. I thought it was going to come out the color I wanted, but I was wrong. And this is the color it came out. Y'all, the magenta had took over all the bundles, the frontal, everything. It was just hot, bright pink, and I was just like, baby girl, no. So I took some 40 volume developer and this shampoo, and then I made a mixture. I put a little bit more developer than shampoo, but I just took these things, mixed them together, and then over the course of like 12 hours I was coating the hair with this and running it through the hair and rinsing it out. I would leave it in for about an hour every time. I did this about 3 times within the course of, you know, a few hours between my naps. And this just took some of the color down, and the pink wasn't as bright. And after the first time doing it, this is how it looked. You see how, you know, it's a little bit more toned down than but it was before when I first showed you guys the color that it came out. And by the end of the day, this is the color I got, a little bit more of a flamingo pink, and I made a wig out of that, and this is how it turned out. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I was kind of afraid. I had never tried a bold color like this, a pink wig. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more, and thanks for watching. Bye. But you know exactly how I feel, yeah.
Baby, we can rendezvous. I hate being by myself.